Good morning. Got a lot of stories for the second week of September 2021. And the first one, Canadian lithium-ion battery recycling company LiCycle just announced its fourth recycling plant. This one will be in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. It's expected to start by mid-2022, and it will process up to 5,000 tons annually. This will boost LiCycle's total North American capacity to 25,000 tons. The company had only planned 3 plants, but demand has outstripped its expectations. Well, it's now official. New York governor signed a bill mandating that only zero-emission passenger cars and light trucks will be sold after 2035 in New York State. By 2045, all new medium and heavy-duty commercial vehicles must also be zero-emission. Staying with New York and vehicles, New York City just launched its Electrifying New York, an EV Vision plan for the city. It's looking for 400,000 electric vehicles by 2030, up from just 15,000 today, with a charging network of over 40,000 public level 2 chargers and 6,000 fast chargers. In Colorado, utility Xcel Energy has rolled out a new program to accelerate the transition to electric vehicles with new incentives for lower income customers. These include a $5,500 rebate on new EVs and a $3,000 rebate on used ones, as long as they don't cost over $50,000 and customers must meet low-income qualification. Well, it looks like Chevron may be moving into hydrogen in a big way, announcing its intent to acquire an equity stake in the Advanced Clean Energy Storage Project, an incipient green hydrogen hub that would involve over 1 gigawatt of electrolyzers and storage of 5,500 metric tons of green hydrogen in salt caverns near Delta, Utah. The project's first power generation endeavor is the 840 megawatt Intermountain project that's intended to serve LADWP, the Los Angeles Department of Water and Power, with a mix of 30% hydrogen and 70% natural gas in Mitsubishi turbines that will begin operating in 2025. We're going to need a lot of hydrogen if we're going to push hydrocarbons out of the picture. And many of those hydrocarbons are going to have to sit right where they are. A study in Nature just estimated that in order for planetary temps to remain at 1.5 degrees Celsius, about 58% of discovered oil reserves, 59% of natural gas reserves, and 89% of existing coal reserves cannot be extracted and burned. One way to help with those reductions would be by better harnessing the power of the sun, and the just-released DOE Solar Futures Study suggests that with aggressive cost reductions, the right policies, and large-scale electrification, solar could support up to 40% of the nation's electricity supply by 2035 and 45% by 2050. Solar will need to expand an average of about 30 gigawatts per year between now and 2025 and 60 gigawatts per year for the next 5 years after that. No doubt about it. This will be an extraordinarily heavy lift. Among companies working on that lift is Walmart. They just announced that they raised $2 billion and a green bond, its market debut, the largest to date for a U.S. corporation, in order to cut carbon emissions, increase recycling, and decarbonize its supply chain. It's starting to really focus in on Scope 3 emissions. Meanwhile, Tesla continues its pinky in the brain quest to take over the world. It announced recently that it was going to serve retail customers in Texas, and now it's seeking staff for an energy trading team for its battery and renewable power projects, according to its website, and also employee posts on the career site LinkedIn. The logical outcome may be that they supply energy in the retail markets, as they will in Texas, and then connect and incorporate the numerous behind-the-meter assets, the EV chargers, the Powerwall batteries, the solar panels, and then integrate utility-scale batteries and renewables and trade around that entire portfolio. That could be a pretty formidable mix. And finally, Vistra's huge energy storage project in Moss Landing, California, went offline last week when a number of batteries overheated. Reports indicate that first responders found no fire, but they did find battery racks that have been scorched and wires melted. Vistra said the facility experienced, quote, an overheating issue with a limited number of battery modules, and that risk and mitigation safety systems worked as designed, detecting modules at a temperature above operational standards and setting the sprinkler systems off, so that there was no overheating beyond that which originally started. Well, thanks for watching this week. We'll see you next week. Take care.